Um, Today is the 6th of August 2024. The time is 4:20 in the morning. And I really do feel dehydrated. Really dehydrated. It really hot in here. And I got on a sweater. I just slipped this on um, so I can do the video. Um, I did have a dream earlier tonight. And I don't know what time it was. It was earlier, so it's been a while. But this is for something now. This is my second time waking up. I dreamed that we were looking for someone. Someone was missing. So we was headed out to go look for them. And somebody came and told me they not of us. They look like us, but they not us. And that they was pretending to be human, but they not. And it was some type of vehicle that was dealing with the missing person. I can't remember all the dream. But I think I went back into the dream and I went back to sleep, but I don't remember. That's what it feel like. I went back into the dream. Still looking for the person. Still dealing with someone that was with us. Whoever the person was with us. But they want us. And so that was the dream. Like I've been saying it all along. That so many people living around us are not human. And I could tell they the ones who are gang stalking us too. The most. They are the one that's the real busiest with the attacks, building stuff. They build stuff. They be messing with uh, electrical stuff that builds like a electrical saw. They always building and be out there, be up all time of night and stuff, working on something so they can attack us. And them two, that white guy over there and that brother and sister team, that's that's who I think are the ones who my dream is talking about. Because the white guy, he won't bother us at first. None of them was. Until those people, different people started coming to the houses. And there was a white guy with a blue truck. We and talked to him. And this is when I noticed a difference in him. Because he had a Christmas wreath up at his door. He took it down. He was celebrating Christmas. But he stopped. He stopped celebrating Christmas. He took the wreath down. And then he started attacking, doing stuff over here. But see, this my head get itching really later. It don't start itching till I get up, right here in the back of my head, and that's the area they got that implant in my head. Anyway, it's messing with my sinus, but my hair's still wet from when I washed it. Um, I've been able to notice these people and can tell who's human and who's not. The ones who live around us, because they're really busy, real busy. They're always doing something, always busy. Um, I can tell they done did some more to my stomach. This I've been belting since I got up. I don't know why they want to blow my stomach up like this here, but they have me so full of air or whatever that is. I just keep belching, 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 constantly belching. I don't know why he got his body in his bed with his head on the floor. His head on the floor. I don't like that. He's sleeping hard. I see all that energy in here. It's all the way across now. I see it all the way across on both sides. Even on my exercise machine. I finally, I still haven't, I got it together, but it's still a piece off of it. I don't know how to put it on. It's a little, it's a kind of little spring thing. I guess that's supposed to help this piece right here. My grandson said he'll do it for me, but he ain't got here yet. I want to go ahead and start working out on my stomach. Ooh, Lord have mercy. This is a really weird itch, too. A deep itch. I don't want to put no soy in my head. And I hit on my toe box. So it don't even do no good. It's just in my mind I put it on. But it ain't doing no good. No. Ain't stopping nothing. My other toe box, I don't even know where it's at. I haven't seen it all the year. um, excuse me. It's at least something else I need to talk about, but I can't place what it is. The sounds acting up. Cause it be hot. It gets hot in here from that. This energy brings heat in here that wasn't there. Cause when I was in the um, living room, I watched television. Cause my grandson, he not here tonight. And so I watched TV in the living room, and because the fans, it was chilly in there, and it was kind of chilly in here because of the fans. I had washed, shampooed my hair, conditioned it, so they had me cool, and my hair's still wet. And I had but I put a new fan in the living room. I had brought it from my room, this room here, but I don't like a lot of cold air. You know, be trying to keep the dog, warm, cool. But my grandson, he was like he about to burn up. You know, big people, they get hot, and he acting. So I let him get the new fan, and I took the old fan and brought it in here. So I keep it running for the dog. Oh, so he won't get too hot. But it gets too hot in here for me at nighttime when I wake up out my sleep, because that hot energy that they're putting in my body dehydrating me and blowing up my stomach. This air is hot, and this is where this heat is coming from. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse. My stomach is so full. Mm. So I'll be going into Joshua. I'm not gonna do it tonight because I can feel they trying to put sleep on me. They try to get me to shut up. Oh, I got stuff going on in my head. I got stuff going on in my head that don't have nothing to do with tonight. Oh Lord, I gotta do something about this itch. Oh God, I can't hardly take it. Whew. I'm about ready to cut this stuff off again. Just with my little curly fro. Cause the only thing I do now is to brush it back. Cause I don't want to put no relaxer in it no more. But I might could just flat iron it, and I don't know. I got some weird hair. I remember one time when I lived in Maryland, and I had to catch the bus by this Air Force base off of Indian Hill Highway. And I had to catch how many buses? 3 buses to get to work. I had to go all the way downtown in DC to get to work off of Southern Avenue in DC. And my hair, I hadn't put no relaxer nothing in my hair. I just blow dried it and curled it. It was looking so pretty. It was looking so pretty when I left home. But it was misty outside and the wind was blowing. And I didn't have no relaxing this stuff. And the men were passing by going into the Air Force base. And they kept looking at me. I thought they were looking at me because I was looking cute. Boy, by the time I got to work, my hair was puffed up, sticking up all over my head. I know when I got on the last bus, there was a lady and a guy, and he was saying something that she cute, she need to comb her head. When I got in at work and went in front of a mirror, I said, look like somebody would have told me how my hair would look. And I'm thinking I'm looking cute. I was in a pure bind. I didn't try that no more if I put no relax in my head. Trying to go natural. And gonna wear my hair loose when it's misty outside. But I didn't know how misty it was till I got out there. But this hair blew up, just blew up. Good Lord. Mm. And I'm standing out there thinking I'm looking cute. Oh Lord. I had to comb my hair down, put it in a ponytail. I worked in a group home. They were adults, but they was like children. But when they got violent, good Lord of mercy, ooh, you having a time up in that house. We had, I think it was 5 different group homes. The same people owned them. So I worked in the one off of Southern Avenue. And there was one on Nanny Helen, um, what the other street, Burn Street, I think it's, I'm missing one. You see that? Southern Avenue, Burn Street, Nanny Helen. Hmm. I can't think of the other streets. Was it Lee Street? Might have been Lee Street. But the house I lived in, that I worked in, they weren't as violent as the other houses. And there was another house, it wasn't real violent either. But that one on Nanny Helen, that's where the violent ones was. And I would volunteer. I would volunteer, but when they call out, I would volunteer. They would call me and ask me if I could come in, and I would do it. And one of them named Leroy. Yeah, I told him I didn't know. Leroy got at me one day. If he would have hit me, he would have hurt me big. I mean, he was trying to fight on one of the other boys, and I asked him to stop, and he came after me, and he just would not quit until. And the guy that asked me if I could come in, he backed on the phone, and I kept telling him to come get Leroy. He never would come either say anything, And Leroy would have really hurt me because the way he was swinging at me, I could feel that wind come past me, and the guy just happened to come in work early, and grabbed him and made him stop. And I told him, I said, don't you never ask me to come in and work when for somebody else. I still don't never ask me because I'm not gonna do it no more. I didn't do it no more either. Cause I would work at all the houses. If they asked me to come in, I would come in. But I put a stop to that. Mm-mm. I'm taking when my shift is over with. I'm going home. That's what I did from now on. And I knew I was going to have to help, having surgery because I was having female problems. That's why I moved back down here. And that's when the doctor, I just be wondering, did he mess me up? Did he do that to me on purpose? Because I could have bled to death. Did he try to lie about it? Mm, mm, mm. Anyway, I need to get off of here. This doctor on my scalp because this itch is really irritating me. And I need my exercise machine because this here to help me do sit-ups because I can't do them by myself. I can't just do them because I got cut across my stomach 3 times. It should have been just one surgery. I ended up having to have 2 more surgeries and get cut across my stomach 2 more times. And it still didn't get me right. Me reading the Bible, it, God healed me. Because even after I had them other 2 surgeries, I was still having problems. And I actually started having mental breakdown. I got worried. And I'm in school now in electronics, taking electronics. And I don't even know how I passed. Really don't know how I passed. But after I finished school, I got where I couldn't even read nothing but the Bible for a couple of years. I could read nothing. Anything I tried to read, I couldn't. Because I couldn't focus long enough. And I couldn't even focus long enough to count from Bibles from one number to the next number. That's when I really realized how bad off I was, but I could read the Bible and understand it, but nothing else. And that's what healed my stomach, reading the Bible. I wasn't just reading. I was doing I was studying because I had all kinds of dictionaries. I was looking up words and uh, I had different types of Bibles so I could compare the scriptures because they didn't all read the same. But had the NIV, but I realized that don't read that Bible NIV. But I had other Bibles that help, like how we talk today, help you understand. But I understand the King James version, King James, when I read it. A lot of people say they don't understand the King James version, but I do. So that's what I study out of now, the King James. But I got different ones. Some of the books still at my house, and some are here, packed down. When I had my bookshelf, though, I had it organized by topics, and the bookshelf just broke down. I had too many books on it, so it wasn't made out of wood. I don't know what that mess was, but I need to get somebody to just make me a solid one. This guy told me he'll charge me $150. I just took the time to send him the $150. I done had it, and I could have done had my bookshelf. But I got part of my books here, part over there, still packed up. But I want to find me a book that really break down the Old Testament. I thought I had brought one, but it's not really breaking it down. It's not what I'm looking for. And I don't know what to actually put in maybe I should say, I don't know what it means. You see all that energy back there. And like I said, this is the only house that I have actually seen the energy moving. I've seen this energy on other houses, but it's not moving. It's just sitting on the wall like a pattern. But this house is moving. It's actually moving. If we wasn't submerged, it'd just be on that wall, but it wouldn't be on all the rest of the walls in this the energy. We submerged in it. But this house, we submerged in the energy. Because I can see, sometimes I can see it on me. Just like see it on this exam machine right here. I can see it back down my lamp, my pocketbooks. Because we submerged in it. And they did that before we moved here. I really think the guy that was at the other house, I think he was lying about selling the house. They were just trying to get us out of their house so they could do this to us. And this is military in the sheriff department. I saw a video where this young boy, I think he was a teenager. Something happened to him, but they took him to the hospital. And they wouldn't try to help him. You could see the daddy and the mother trying to get him uh, when they're trying to make his heart come back. And the hospital called the police on them, said they were trespassing, because they want the boy organs. Like I told you, they killing black people to get their organs. Because they were saying it was $1 billion industry. Black people organs. And they killing black people taking their organs. I do believe they took my son's organs. This really strong feeling came over me that they had took my son's organs. Because they didn't even give me a chance to identify my son. The chief of police, one I think, covered up my son's murder, sent me to the hospital. He told me to go to the hospital so I could identify him. And I know we there at least an hour, and somebody came out. She said she was my son's cousin on his daddy's side, but we couldn't see him. That they had a seal on his body. So I didn't. When I saw my son, they had already embalmed him, dressed him, and put him in a casket for his wake. That's when I saw my son. And we had his funeral the next day. I tried to get help and couldn't get no help. Even from that Benjamin Crump, I wrote him and sent him some information and how to contact me, my cell phone. And some man did call me, said he was his detective and that they couldn't help me. So I don't even know if they got my letter or not. It could have been like how when I write to the politician, the Department of Justice contacts me. But I never once contacted the Department of Justice. So how they getting my letters, I don't know if the politician I'm writing, sending it to them or what, but that's who contact me by Department of Justice. I do know they had my cell phone where my when I try to make phone calls, it's going somewhere else because I kept calling my cousin, and every time I call her, her line would be busy. So I tried calling her on another phone, and I got her because they had my phone with the calls going somewhere else. And I even when the places I do business with online where I shop, I think they when I they will help mess with my passwords, and when I'm trying to get a new password, I couldn't even get a new password. And um, they made it where some of the places I was shop, I couldn't even shop with them no more because I couldn't never get get back on the page. And I think they were doing that too. Just like everywhere I try to go to church, they would go and just spread out top of rumors, and the whole church would turn against me. Even online churches. So I was taking this class. It wasn't really a class. It was like I can't think of it now. But they actually was in there too. Military men. That's what I found out. I was being gang stalked during that time. After we had moved up here. I was going to this one online church services through Zoom. And I would go in there. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. We 6 o'clock in the morning, and they made it where I couldn't even get on the Zoom. I still can't get on Zoom. They will not let me on Zoom. It's trying to keep me from going to church. I mean, that's really some crazy stuff. And then the men that were going to the church, but always be dressed in a robe and was telling the pastor that I don't believe in tithing. And well, first of all, I ain't never talked to nobody about tithing. I don't even know these men. And I talked to nobody at church about tithing. I was paying my tithes. Not according to what they were saying, though, because I know one thing. My soul salvation is not dependent on me paying a tithe. My soul salvation depends on what Jesus did for me. So anytime a pastor is talking about that, he don't know. He right up on the pulpit line, saying if you don't pay your tithe, you curse with a curse. That is not for the New Testament church, because our soul salvation depends on Jesus. And if they trying to say you curse with a curse if you don't pay your tithe, then that meaning your soul salvation is based on your works, which was in the Old Testament. So they trying to keep you up under the curse of the Old Testament when Jesus took the curse upon himself. I'm not getting ready to let nobody do that to me. You know, I'm not even getting ready to let them do that to me. And so every church I will go to, a man will show up with a robe on, like black men. And see, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get black people to destroy black people. Self-destruction. And it's working. It really is working. You got so many black people getting into the Masonic and The women getting to Eastern Star, giving Satan legal rights to the bloodline. A lot of them joining this mess and don't even know what they're joining. They don't know how evil the Masonic order is. And the skull and bone, they can't get in the skull and bone, they get into the boule. Like Benjamin Crump, he's a boule. Martin Luther King was a boule. These lawyers, these put up, I guess you call them high class light people, is in this stuff. Of the boule. And the boule is just to make sure that they keep us in line, keep things civilized. Cause they couldn't get in the skull and bone, so they had to start their own for the black people, which is boule. They poisoned this man. He's a bishop something, but he teaches online too. And they had this restaurant to poison him because he was uh, I don't know, but I be trying to do these words. He was finding out information. That ain't the word I'm trying to do, but he was finding out information, studying, researching. Okay, he was researching the boule, and he gets a lot of his information from the FBI. And he tells that that's where he gets the information from. That's why I feel like some of the other people that's around here talking about God said this and God said that and God said that. They getting the information from the FBI. This other guy, he said he gets his from a sheriff. So that's how I know that they be getting the information from the FBI, because the FBI is spying on people, doing illegal stuff. So I really don't know if the stuff they saying about TD Jakes, is he really having sex with P. Diddy? Because they can make stuff, they can make it look like you. With this AI, they can make anybody look like they doing something wrong. But I ain't heard him say that he haven't, you know. So I don't know. It ain't my place, it's God's place. Because I ain't never really cared for T.D. Jakes anyway. I didn't watch T.D. Jakes. Not Clifford Dollar. Um, not that Austin man. None of those people that be on TV. I used to watch Joseph Prince, the Chinese man. And then I saw when he started turning around. I said, oh, they done got him. Can't watch him no more. Because he was doing really good teaching the Bible at one time. But then I saw him changing up stuff. And so I just can't follow that. No wrong teaching. So one thing, I read the Bible for myself. And I know what the Bible say. And when you start trying to change up what the Bible is saying, I can't follow you. Because you done been compromised. My eyes are itching like crazy. It's coming from my stomach. What time is it? 5:01. So let me get off of here. But that dream was saying that whoever it was that was not human was with us. As we were looking for whoever the missing person was, there was a missing person. And whoever the missing person was, is somebody that was with us helping look for the missing person. Weren't human. So I am going to shut down, take this hot sweater off. You know, I reckon I'll try to do something. Just sit over there and talk to God for a little bit until they put me back to sleep. That's what they're going to do. It's out here itching like crazy. Mm. But what they're going to do, um, I keep thinking about my seeds. I want to, I I thought I had ordered some snake beans. They the a bean called a snake bean, and they got different kinds. But this lady, she black tropical farmer. They got they got She said she dropped one bean in the ground, and it grew up. I mean, it's like a whole bunch of it, and the beans grow to 6 feet tall, long rather. And she was showing how they start out. They start out curling, then they just grow. She said within a few days, maybe 7 days, they done turn long. And I want to get me some of them beans because she said it. The bean is so long that they can share it with other people. And she was gonna give each one of her neighbors a bean because that's all it takes. One bean that you can't even one bean you can eat off one bean for some days. I ordered some beans, which I showed on that video with my seeds, but I don't think them was the snake bean. But I want to get me some of the snake beans so we gonna need food, our own food, not trying to grow from the buy stuff from the stores and stuff like that because food gonna be jacked up, um, gonna be just jacked up. And so what I did, all the meats I had in my freezer, I took it out, and I'm gonna just start cooking it for the dogs, and just start by restoring. And this time, store it different. I got one of those the thing that you get all the air out the bag. I got one of those, but only 4 bags came with it. So I got to buy some bags, and that's what I'm gonna do with all my meats, and put them in smaller packs. Cause I had some sausage that I had in the freezer, and I cooked it. It didn't taste right. I couldn't even eat it. Um, that it had a old oil taste to it. So I'm gonna have to store any type of meat that I buy. I'm gonna have to store it uh, different, not just put it in the freezer. I got to seal it, put it in that seal lock. That's what it is, seal lock. Cause I got a sealer. I just won't using it. But I'm gonna start by buying my meats and seal it in don't do the whole pack of meat, maybe 4 to a pack and seal it. But the meat don't look freezer burn or nothing. I uh, just want to do things different. Make sure I seal it where no air won't get in it. I'm wondering, should I do my vegetables like that too? Because we may not even have any electricity. I got a canner, but I stopped I had started canning and I stopped because all this electrical in here. And I feel like it's getting on the food. I don't even know if I want to eat that food. Because it's been sitting in there right out, because this goes through glass. I don't know when you cook it, the heat get to it with that effect, make the kill this energy. I don't know. I can see little places where these people be shooting me because it puts little spots on your skin. It look like kind of like 4-leaf clover. I got them all on my arm. I know yesterday when I was outside, what was I doing? I I remember one time I was on the phone talking to my cousin, and I could feel, if like I said, it feel like mosquito bites, but it's not mosquito bite. The people be shooting at you. But in the daytime, you can't really see it, but you can feel it. So if they were shooting at you at nighttime, and you can see it, they doing stuff to you in the daytime too, cause they watching us 24 hours a day. They got somebody watching us 24 hours a day. I mean, and I'm really, I mean, they're just dumb, just crazy. They see that we don't do nothing. I don't do nothing, cause I don't think no. My daughter comes and goes. My sister can't do nothing. I don't do nothing. But yesterday I had to repot my kiwis. I hope they didn't kill them, because they were just growing. The first kiwis that I got that grow like that, and they were just growing. It's a kiwi vine, not a tree or a bush. It's a vine, and I had brought some trellis so they to run on it, and so I had to repot it because it had fell off the when I hit on top of the deck. The wind blew them down, and some of the dirt came out of it. So I tried to make sure that, all the root was in the dirt good. So I repotted them and put the trellis in there with them. And it got one of those tomato things. I got that in there too. But that's what I had in there from the beginning. I just hope they didn't mess them up. They continue growing. Then I put some on the grapes, on the grapevine. Because the grapevine I got, it's a male. You don't give you no grapes. So I brought 2 female. My daughter she got a female, but the grapes, the stuff ain't growing right on this land. It's not growing right properly. So I was saying, whenever I can leave this property here, I'm hoping that I can find a small house. I don't need no big house. Just something small that have a backyard where I can grow me some food back there. And I was hoping I could meet a guy that really knew about farming, and he would help me, get things right, build up trellis, build up things where I can get my running things to run like a grapevine, run on the grapevine, all that kind of stuff. And my daughter said she got this guy she know he got a brother that farms, so she said she would ask them to help me if I ever move. When I ain't gonna say if, when I move. I just pray that God will protect where I move to, and I got to wait and listen to what He say, not just go ahead and move 'cause I see a place is vacant because these people is making sure they turn the landlord and the real estate agency so that they can do whatever they want to do. I'm gonna rub my head with some alcohol in the back of my head. Whew, Lord have mercy. So I'm gonna get off of here, and y'all be blessed. What's today? Tuesday. Yeah, today's Tuesday. The 6th of August. My sister's birthday is the 16th. Her daughter that drowned when she was 9. Her birthday would be the 13th. She would be probably in her 50s. Yeah, she would be in her either for my daughter. Yeah, she would be in her 50s now. She drowned when she was 9 years old. So pretty. God, she was just like a little dog baby. She was so pretty. Tough little girl too. She was tough, boy. Everybody loved her. Had that pretty hair. She would look like her daddy and mama put together. Cause her daddy was from my hometown, but he lived in New York. He got killed by the police there in New York. But she was just a spitting image of her mama and her daddy put together. Her name was Toy. Pretty little girl. Then her son, he was 28 when he died. He was in the Air Force. A captain. He was a captain at the age of 28 in the Air Force. He did a whole lot of stuff trying to grow. Something happened to him. He got real sad, and he couldn't handle that responsibility that he was over those men. So I think something happened to him. Somebody did something to him to make him so sad like that. So when he went overseas to somewhere. He come back. He won't the same no more. And I had my sister. She stayed with me for 6 months, and my sister just make you trying to do good by her. She just make it so hard. She just make it really hard. Cause you just got some people that don't. They come in your home and then they don't want to respect you, or respect your house or how you run the house. Cause she was, I lived in an apartment and the bedroom walls are so thin. Uh, you can hear us talking. You can hear them talking. So I don't try to have. I didn't have a TV in my bedroom. I had one downstairs in the living room, but in her bedroom it was a TV, and she would want to just play it wide open, and I would cut it down because I try to respect my neighbor, even though my neighbors don't respect me. But see, I have to deal with how I treat people, not how they treat me. Because God looking at what I'm doing. Whatever they doing, God looking at what they doing, but I'm not going to be punished for what they doing, only for what I do. And then she just talk about it. Talk, because I be praying and stuff, talking about you get saved. Talking about you get saved, be speaking in tongues. I could hear her talking about it. I just didn't say nothing. Didn't say nothing. And she was getting $200 worth of food stamps. And I asked her to buy one bag of potatoes. Because she didn't buy groceries for the house. She brought snacks and stuff for herself and put it up in the bedroom. So I asked her to buy one bag of potato. And do you think she brought that bag of potato? But I still fed her. I still fed her. My sister got some mean. She always had some mean ways about her. Real mean. And still do. But I try to take care of her. And she was steady trying to fight. Laying in that bed. Trying to keep her butt clean and stuff. And she's steady fighting. Leaning. I'm trying to turn her over so I can clean her. She's leaning over. Putting all her weight. And she gaining weight laying up in that bed. Heavy. She real heavy. Steady trying to do something. As soon as I start, she start. So I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna do it.